Anyone who's been paying attention to my pre- and post-PAX talk lately will probably be aware that I'm a fan of this little game. It's been out there for a while now, and personally, I really want to see this thing succeed, because one, let's get it out there, I just enjoy it a lot and think more people should as well. And two, because this game is really the only relevant one of its kind on the market right now, and it's got crossovers with two of the quintessential kaiju franchises out there, that being Godzilla and Ultraman. So yes, this review is incredibly biased, but I don't care. I want more people to know about and get this game, and I will use this channel as a means of making that happen. So sit back, relax, and enjoy me ranting about how you need to play this game. This is Gigabash. Gigabash, presentation-wise, leans hard into the cliches of the kaiju and overall tokusatsu genre. Big, bombastic tracks dominate the OST, while the levels are designed to give the sense of scale of giant monsters and heroes fighting. It even translates into the gameplay that we'll get into later. Environments are plenty varied, as is our roster of characters, most of which are homages to various kaiju media, if not part of literal crossover DLCs that the developers managed to get. Ghidorah fans rejoice. Even better, the game has little extras area where you can check the biographical info for each of the characters, as well as check what skins you have and haven't unlocked for them yet. All in all, the style and presentation of the game is just fun and exciting. When you load up the game, you know you're gonna have a good time, simple as. Now, regarding our roster of original characters here, what kind of story does this game have? Gigabash doesn't necessarily have one large narrative, but it does have a collection of 4 character story. In the story mode, you can learn about the stories of the angry island kaiju Gorogong, the alien kaiju Pipijurus, the teen mecha anime protagonist Thundertross, and the giant yeti Wooly, who just wants to go home. Each one plays out like a scripted version of arcade mode, where you get a little scene in between each of the fights. However, as of the time of writing this, none of the other original characters have story modes dedicated to them, meaning that the most we have on them is their profiles and whatever we learn by encountering them in the other story modes. Honestly, if the devs wanted, I think that could work as a decent update or DLC fodder, giving us a story for all of their characters. There's no harm in more single-player content, right? And on that subject, the gameplay. Gigabash is, depending on your definition, a fighting game. However, it's a fighting party game more akin to Smash Brothers than Street Fighter, if you know what I mean. You can have brawls of up to 4 players, free-for-all or in teams, where you fight each other from this isometric camera akin to some of the older Godzilla games from the PS2 and stuff. The angle is to give you a greater sense of scale, as all of the buildings and such and the levels are scaled down to easily be destroyed by the kaiju characters, or better yet, be picked up and thrown. Every level is destructible and has its own little mechanics, Like how military bases are incredibly annoying. I hate those stupid turrets. Stop interrupting my super combo, will ya? But at least you can pick those up and then use them against your enemy, as well as pretty much anything else in the environment. The roster each has their own set of unique moves and specialties as well. Gorgong likes to get up close and personal and just smack enemies around. Gigaman likes to use his laser beam and jump around a lot. Ziva is for cowards. Yeah, that's right, I'm calling out all Ziva mains. Get close and fight me like a man. Regardless, there's plenty of game modes, both online and offline, though unfortunately you're probably not going to get into many games with randos online, as this game is a little too niche at the moment for people to just be randomly searching for fights. Most people use Gigabash as a sort of gather your friends and have a time kind of game in Discord. Which isn't bad, I should point out, that's totally fine. I just want to make sure everyone knows the kind of community this game's got, which, in all honesty, is probably better for the community as far as toxicity goes rather than randos. All in all, the game's incredibly enjoyable, both if you want to actually test your skills in combat or if you just want to screw around with minigames like a party game. Either way, Gigabash has you covered. And those are my thoughts on Gigabash. I told you from the beginning that I was very biased here. I've enjoyed following this game a decent bit for years now, and it's always been kinda sad that it hasn't gotten the attention it deserves. So this is my way of trying to alleviate that, as minimal of an impact as it may have. If you haven't already, go buy Gigabash. It's a fun game and these devs deserve all the support they can get. This has been TheRatMan, and I will see you all later. And lastly, a special thank you shout out to Mike Uniturtle and Reese. Thank you.